Okay, diminished and augmented chords. An augmented chord is a major chord which has been made larger by raising the fifth degree of the chord. That's the fifth degree of the scale that goes with the chord. Raising it a semitone, augmenting, adding to, making it larger. Finger-wise, that is probably not a good idea. Often play these chords with 1, 2 and 4, because often an augmented chord is on its way somewhere. Like there. So an augmented chord will sometimes link chord 1, that's chord 1 in the key of C major, to chord 4, F. That rising line is what connects them. And an augmented chord is made out of two major thirds. That's the major third. That's the major third. Major and minor thirds are an interval that, like all your intervals, it's good to get to know what they are. They are a fixed distance of semitones. 1, 2, 3, 4 semitones makes a major third. So from E, 1, 2, there it is. Put two major thirds on top of each other, you have an augmented chord. A minor third is a semitone smaller than a major third. So there's a minor third. 3 semitones. And if you pile minor thirds up on top of themselves, you get that, which is a diminished chord. A diminished triad would be that. The 4-note version is known as a diminished 7th chord. And it's diminished because it's made smaller. So you take a minor chord and you flatten the 5th, you create a diminished triad. So major chord, raise the 5th, equals augmented. Minor chord, lower the 5th, equals diminished. And these chords are quite dramatic. And they can be used again as what we call passing chords to connect other chords. So if we take a major chord and we move it through its inversions, we get different shapes, but they're all still C major chords. Whereas a diminished chord, because it's symmetrical in its structure, if we move it through its inversions, we actually get the same diminished chord, but it could have different names. It could be C diminished, E flat, G flat, or F sharp, or it could be A diminished. And then we're back where we started there. So there's only really 3 families of diminished chords. There's this family, the family that starts, let's say, on C. So it's good to get to know those 4. Then there's the family that start a semitone higher on C sharp. And then there's a third family which starts a semitone higher again on D. And if we went a semitone higher again, E flat, well, we're back to the first family, because that one is also part of the C one. So there's only those 3 families of chords, building on C and its transpositions, building on C sharp and its transpositions, and then building on D and its transpositions. And once you've got those under your fingers, you've learnt all the diminished chords, and then you can start to use them.